Hello, friends. Welcome to Four Friends in a Book, where we gather around each week and talk about the books that we've read and how they've potentially changed our views on the genres, the characters, and the stories that we've been reading. Hello, hello, hello. And in today's Christmas episode or holiday episode, depending on how you celebrate.
Holiday adjacent, I've been told.
Yes, absolutely.
Right? Of Four Friends and a Book, we are coming to you live from the Patchouli Joe Studio, Patchouli Podcast Center headquarters. And today, the most important question that you all have to think about and answer is fruitcake a sin? Honestly,
sin?
Do you like fruitcake? Or are you like the person to my left, my lovely bride, Dr. Teresa Martin Starrett, who despises fruitcake with all of her soul?
100%. Yes.
I'm with you.
Yeah. And then weighing in next to me is Smoked Joe Mays.
I appreciated the love and ingredients that David brought to the fruitcake cookies. I believe
Don't do it.
it was tasty. I believe that there is an age threshold above which fruitcake is appreciated at a far greater level than below that age threshold.
Yeah.
And I'm happy to report that as of today, I am still below that age threshold. But they were tasty.
Okay, David, I did not know that they were fruitcake cookies. I have not tasted one, and
You don't have
it's
to.
the fruit that, it's like
jellied
fruit that
fruit.
has sat in a jellied fruit that sat in a container in a warehouse in Ohio for 4 years
It is.
before
actually, yes.
it's made into.
I think fruitcake
No.
is literary,
Now, hold on.
Dickensian.
Because if you were to eat just your average off the shelf of an unnamed super megalomart.
Quick question. Why on earth would I do that? Is what I'm trying
Just
to
hear me out.
Okay.
So if you're to eat that off the shelf megalomart substance, I think you are 100% correct. It is Dickensian. But if you are to try the sublime, the supreme, the amazing, out of, I forget the city in Texas, Collins Street Bakery
Waco.
fruitcake. Is it Waco?
It is
or
Waco.
Waxahachie.
Waxahachie, like Waco.
That's Waco.
Is it?
Because we would drive past it
I think
coming
there's
back from
multiple
Austin.
ones. I think there's
There's
multiple
one right there on
locations.
35.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
It's nightmarish. So I've heard that those are some of the best. Now I have a fear
Best
fruitcakes in the world.
Okay.
They're very proud of them. I think I was going to order one, but it was like $50 some odd for a fruitcake.
Werther's is very proud, and they are the absolute pinnacle of making black licorice candies in the world. Doesn't make Werther's any better. Werther's are now. I'm not comparing fruitcake to
Okay,
Werther's.
I'm really glad that you said that, because I was cringing when you said black licorice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Although we do like a Werther's. I mean, Teresa keeps them in the bottom of her purse, along with butterscotch and.
Oh, so you have reached sort of an age threshold. Get butterscotch, hard butterscotch candies in your purse?
You mean like the Lifesavers?
Well, not Lifesavers.
No, I don't have those. One
The
time
Brock's
we were
disc.
going.
Brock's disc.
Yes,
the
yes.
I don't
butterscotch.
have those. No, but I had some Werther's, and then we went to the hospital with Mom one time, and I nearly ate the whole bag.
No, she doesn't put one.
Teresa.
She puts like a handful at a time in her mouth, and they come in there asking her questions because
He's
she's got
telling
like
my
9
secrets.
Werther's. And
The same with Skittles.
but again, for me,
Skittles I get.
I love Skittles.
it's fruitcake is a sin, because my great grandmother used to torture me with the same fruitcake out of her freezer every year. Yeah.
Question. So you're not a fruitcake fan, is what I'm hearing you say.
100% not.
Oh,
Why
interesting.
on earth did I make them?
Yes.
Because we originally got the fruitcake bits to make a fruitcake.
So you're getting rid of the fruitcake bits, is what you're telling me.
Out of love, I did. Yes, that's
no, you were
correct.
getting them out of your house
That is
by
correct.
bringing them to the Patchouli Podcast Studio.
Yes. Also,
Okay.
I just want to put this
No
out there.
judgment, just trying to understand where we're at.
I advocated for chocolate chip cookies.
The good news is I made some peppermint and York peppermint patty chocolate chip cookies with dark
Oh,
chocolate or semi-sweet chocolate
Mhm.
chips, and
That's why
mixed
I
with the
made the
dark
fruitcake.
chocolate, and the cinnamon chip crisp cookies. Although they're not super crisp, they're nice and
oh,
chewy.
They
I'll
got
eat
a
both
chewy
those.
center.
Just for the record, we were supposed to have macarons.
I
Supposed to what?
know.
We were supposed to have macarons, but it's been a week. And so yeah. But the other thing I want to point out there is Teresa, as a way of making up, she made the homemade pimento cheese that is just
It is good.
yeah, it's delicious.
All
Mhm.
right. So in other words,
So
it's
do
going to be a
you
short
like
podcast.
do you like your cookies?
Oh God, no, they're hellish. And
Even Cole is like,
wait, hold on. In
ugh.
fairness,
Oh, that's funny.
our son was like, I ate one because I thought they were M&M.
I feel so
That's what
bad
I
for
thought
him.
they were.
You
So
like
I
dark
am so
chocolate and
glad.
mint?
Yeah.
I love minted
Would you like to try one of those cookies?
100%.
Cinnamon or mint or both?
I'll try it, man. I'll try both, but you have to try
Oh,
a fruitcake cookie first.
I tried it.
Not you.
Why?
He already,
That's
I'm not.
that's grounds
Okay,
for.
you
I
are
think-
not the boss of me.
You want me to get the container? Are they?
Oh yeah. All
She
right.
knew
different
as soon as she said that,
there
he
we go.
made
Those are the
tactical
mint
error.
ones.
Oh, in a green container
For
because
mint.
they're mint.
Very
Yeah.
fast.
I know you.
Red for cinnamon.
I also want to say,
Alright.
so as we get
Those
ready
are
to pass
cute.
around the cinnamon cookie, Joe also made a sweet potato pie, which is again an age threshold thing. I'm just putting that out there.
That's actually
No.
it's not.
I think it's a
it is
It's an
geographical.
ethnic.
Oh, is
ethnic
it?
and cultural.
Okay,
No,
Interesting.
like my great grandmother used to make pumpkin sweet potato pie,
thank you.
but I didn't have an appreciation of it when I was a child.
I have
Ooh,
one.
these look
I
great.
got that one.
I don't like pumpkin pie. I don't like pie, really.
She
Mm.
doesn't. She's pie verse.
And those are the cinnamon
My
ones.
goodness, thank you so much. I'm just the happiest right now.
Mm-hmm.
They look crispy.
They're not.
They look good, though.
They're chewy and
Right.
delicious.
Okay,
They're a little flatter than I expected. Not exactly sure what happened, but
butter.
they're quite yummy.
It's whatever. Maybe the butter
Of
was at
course,
a different
butter. I would.
temperature.
Yeah.
Well, while
Yeah,
we're
the
having
butter for these was warmer,
Mhm.
room temperature than these were.
You
Mm.
should experiment.
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
Oh, cool.
Thank
It's
you.
not fruitcake good, but it's on a different scale. level.
Fruitcake good. Use your quotes. Okay, so today I'm leading this discussion, and as David said, we're talking about holiday adjacent books. And whatever holiday you chose is up to you. But I chose,
So I could have gone with Arbor Day, is what you're telling me.
why not?
Sam's just
Making our own rules.
It's our podcast.
Right. Okay. So y'all know I'm not really a big movie watcher at all. But the movie, I have to watch 2 movies around Christmas time, and I think we talked about that last week.
3, but you just refused to watch one of them.
I just haven't gotten around to it yet.
Mhm.
So White Christmas is one,
Mhm.
and then the other one is Sound of Music, because they always show it, and it just really, for me, it is so simple and enjoyable. I mean, I guess it's really not that simple, but it all works out in the end ish.
Mm-hmm.
So the book that I read goes along with that, and it's
Oh.
Maria,
Excellent.
and it's actually a book that you all canceled me because I know that your mother loved this book.
She did.
Yep.
And along those same lines,
Mhm.
Saturday, we attended the closing show of
How was it?
Sound of Music, the best production that I personally have seen at Campus Theater.
Yes.
Absolutely wonderful. Even made better by the fact that Gretel, her
Uh-huh.
name? Gretel, the character,
Greta. No,
Gretel.
is it Gretel? Okay. I don't
the one
know.
who played Gretel in the
Yeah.
Greta,
in
Gretel.
the play,
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
was one of Haley's students.
Oh.
Yeah, she
Mm.
had a whole group of people lined up after the show.
I wish we'd gone.
Then yesterday, it was wonderful. And then yesterday, it was cookie making day. And cookie making day in our home is accompanied by the Sound of Music.
Oh,
So
I
we
love it.
watched the movie yesterday.
I love it. Well, this gives the background of well, it's a fictionalized account of the background of the Broadway version. And Maria is really she's one of the flashback type. It's told in different perspectives. And initially she's not pleased by the adaptation to the live theater because the original movie she had some issues with. She had some issues with the way her husband was portrayed because apparently he was really warm and effusive and loving. And in the show,
Oh yeah, he was so standoffish and
yeah, super stoic at
well, I was going to
first.
say prickish as well. I mean, he was very aggressive or very distasteful.
In real life, he was, or
In real life, he was apparently just loving and
Oh.
he was really warm with the children. And in the movie, because I've not seen the musical, but in the movie, you know, he has to warm up to things and he has to warm up to Maria and the whole situation. But that was one of the things that she had the biggest issue
Ah.
about was his portrayal. And this is really a great book. So this is Maria by Michelle Moran, and she makes it really clear that it is a fictionalized account, but based upon true facts and based upon research. But it was
It was
lovely.
based on interviews with Maria, if I'm not mistaken. Is that correct?
The way it was laid out, one of the characters was interviewing Maria. So I don't know how accurate those notes are. I don't know how accurate, but I'm certain that some of her concerns are very much the same. And one of the things I really liked in the end was they did a "Where Are They Now?"
Mm-hmm.
and it shared where the children were and what their lives were like, and it was really, I don't know, I highly recommend it. Super heartwarming.
Huh.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
And they moved to America after
They did.
the Nazis took over,
Mhm.
correct? And I say this and I ask this kind of, but every time we watch The Sound of Music, I'm like on Trap Family, and then I look it up, and they started a place in New York, I believe.
In Vermont, they have,
yeah.
it's
I
still
knew it was
it's
up
still
north.
functional.
Yeah, it's still there,
Mhm.
and it's become
that's
like
cool.
it's like a destination.
Mhm.
It's not quite Dolly World, but I mean, a lot of people visit this place because it's pretty iconic. I will say, like, I'm not a big musical person. Teresa will tell you this, but once I started watching this, the first time that Teresa kind of sat me down and said, "This is what we do," I was like, "Okay," like it became part of my norm, and so I'm a little stunned that we have not watched Sound of Music this year. But I also bought a record player for the house, and one of the first albums I bought was The Sound of Music because I know how much we love that
Yeah.
soundtrack. So
Did you buy the movie soundtrack?
I
Or the-
believe I did.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Julie Andrews.
Yeah.
I just remember my brother and sister-in-law had the Broadway
Really?
wow.
album. Yeah, but it wasn't the right voices.
Oh,
so I did
gotcha.
not like it
No, I
because it
get
wasn't
that.
Julie Andrews.
Well, I
Yeah.
will take you down the road that Stephanie took us down yesterday.
Okay.
Top 3 songs from the soundtrack, and then there's a follow-up question to that.
Edelweiss.
Mhm.
Yeah. Hills Are Alive.
Oh, maybe that Hills Are Alive.
Didn't make Stephanie's top 10 or top 3, I don't think.
Mine either.
I personally love How Do You Solve a Problem Like Maria.
Great.
Mhm.
Mhm.
That one, just the sound of it.
Yeah.
And rhythmically,
Yeah.
it also works if you were to say, "How do you solve a problem like Teresa?"
Right. Right. And then I also like 16 Going on 17. I think that's
Mm.
precious. But I like the dancing in that one
Yeah.
as well. So what are her top 3?
I don't remember
I don't
what
remember
their top
hers
3,
because we all did it. We all
Mhm.
picked our
and
own.
none of us wrote them down, so no idea what they are.
I know one of hers was the musical one, with the puppets.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah, the yodeling one.
Lonely goater, lady, oh, lady, oh.
That's actually my least favorite one.
Really?
Mhm. I find the puppets to be a little scary, like a little creepy.
They didn't
Yeah.
have the
doesn't
pup-
like
they
clowns.
didn't have the
Yeah.
puppets for that on the stage version.
Yeah.
Oh,
They
okay.
sang it. They sang it in the bedroom instead of singing
Mm.
the what you're afraid
Favorite
of
things.
favorite things song.
Mhm.
They sang the puppet song, but without the puppets. So it was much more enjoyable on the stage version without the puppets.
So I mean, I had to look it up because I know the song. Like once they come on, I know the words to them, but I had to look them up. So for me, one of my favorite songs is Do Re Mi.
Oh, that's really
Yeah.
It's also I didn't realize it, but it's also the longest song on the soundtrack.
Oh, I believe that.
Yeah. And they
Yeah.
played it a lot. No, what was the one they played over and over and over throughout the show?
That one? Oh,
Yeah.
throughout the musical?
Yeah, the
I
stage
mean,
version.
the stage? I think it
I
was.
think it was Do-Re-Mi.
And then the other one that I like, even though because it's it's very prescient because it's the so long,
Oh, yeah.
farewell.
Mhm.
Because
Uh-huh.
as they're fleeing Germany or
Yeah.
fleeing Austria, you could
Mhm.
see that.
Mm.
You can hear that song as they're kind of just slipping away into darkness.
Mhm.
The so long, farewell.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
I'm a big fan of Climb Every Mountain.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah. I like
Um,
them all, I think.
yeah, that leads us, great segue, Teresa, to the next question that Stephanie posed, and that is, what song can you do without?
Oh, I already said, yeah, the creepy,
Yodelay,
yeah,
yodelay, yodelay.
yeah. That one doesn't strike me as important to the storyline. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Mhm.
And I
Yeah,
remember rewatching it one time going, they just put this part in. If I block this one out.
yeah, the Puppeteers Union demanded that,
They wanted their
which-
cut.
yeah.
How about you guys? What would you get rid of?
My least favorite in the movie
Mm-hmm.
is Climb Every Mountain
Okay.
because I don't like her operatic singing of it.
Oh, yeah.
I don't like her voice. Now, when we heard it on stage,
Mhm.
I loved it. I loved her voice.
Mhm.
The woman who
Now, did someone say that the character who played the Mother Superior is
the
part of the Dallas,
grandmother.
but she sings with the Dallas Opera? Is that?
I don't remember. I
I
think
think
so.
Stephanie
I
said
think you're
that.
right.
But
And
she
my
was the
favorite, I didn't get to say.
grandmother of Gretel.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know who it was?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
I have my book at home.
I have a guess about who it
what?
is. Yeah.
So anyway, your favorite,
My favorite, and I never do remember the name of it, but it's where the captain and Maria are falling in love, where they say, I must have done something right.
something good.
Is that what it called?
I
Something
think so.
good.
Something good.
Yeah, that's a good
That is
one.
like my
That-
favorite
yeah.
of the
In my
musical.
youth, in my childhood, I
Mhm.
must have done
Done
something
something
good. Yeah, that
Yeah.
schmooped us up a little bit while we were watching it.
Yeah.
Aw.
All right. I think that is an outstanding holiday adjacent book, just simply because it has become, for so many people, and for us, I think it's kind of
Mhm.
coincidence that it is a holiday favorite with y'all, just like it is a holiday staple in our home as well. So
Well, again, it wasn't until she made it.
sure.
She put her foot down and said, "This will be."
Same.
Exactly,
It
yeah.
was not a holiday staple in my life until Stephanie and Diane were in my life. And so then
Yeah.
I was informed that it was now a part of my life.
And I
So
didn't
we just-
realize that we watched it before Christmas when Stephanie was a child until she became an adult and is like, I have to watch Sound of Music. I'm like, okay, why? And she's like, because we always watch it before Christmas. And I did not realize that I had done that, but not a bad tradition.
No, it's not. In I went over and hung out with our daughter this morning, and she and I were talking, and then Cole and I we're talking later about how traditions are really what we're about as a family around this time of the year. We like the presents can come and go. The day can even come and go. But it really is about these things that have become so ingrained
Yep.
in the life of our family, and then whoever else shows up, and I think it's hilarious that you didn't know Sound of Music was a tradition until she told you.
Yeah.
So, if Sound of Music is a Christmas movie, is A Christmas Story also an iconic movie you have to watch?
Used to be.
Used to.
Okay.
Mm, the- I don't think here lately we've had it on all day on Christmas Day, but I know when the kids were little, it was on the TV all day on Christmas Day.
And I asked because you can also rent the home A Christmas Story was filmed in.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think when they began the 24 hours of,
mhm.
it sort of lost some of the allure for me. And of course, now, even if having it on demand, I don't know that I would necessarily have it on the 24 hours of, but I could definitely see streaming, because it's been a couple years since I've seen it. So I could see I could see watching that one.
See, I would stumble into it because I mean, everybody turns it on TBS or TNT, whatever it is, and you stumble into it and you're like, oh my gosh, I love this part. You hang out for about 15, 20 minutes. You come back 3 hours later. It's like, oh my gosh, I love this
Yeah.
part.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's the
So,
thing. That
yeah.
movie's just like one entire string of, oh, I love this part. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a great movie. Love
Yeah.
it. Love it.
I
What about Elf?
I like Elf. And I've never seen A Christmas Story, but I like Elf.
You've never seen A Christmas Story?
No, it's a sad part of our relationship. and we haven't
That's
talked
like
about
saying you've never seen The Godfather.
I don't think I've ever seen The Godfather. I think it was on TV one time, and I was like,
All right, you need to put those cookies away and go have a fruitcake cookie.
hard no. Anybody else have a book that they want to talk about?
I do.
it. Go ahead.
And I know yours is kind of the culmination of you're sort
I have
of
two.
wanting that to be the.
I have 2.
All right, we'll do your first one. Then I'll
So-
do mine. Do you have one or?
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
I mean, I do, but no.
It was Arbor Day, wasn't it?
No, here's a bizarre thing.
Oh my goodness.
Thinking back,
Speaking of bizarre things, gotta share that story.
thinking back of when we came up with this topic, and I was like, what books, because I cannot read a book in a week to discuss. I just can't do it. Could have if I'd have thought about David's choices over there, but
Oh no, that's to tell a story about a family event.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, so the Briar Club is the one that I know, like, how many episodes can I
know
mention the Briar Club?
It's
Thanksgiving.
Perfect.
It's a perfect Thanksgiving book
It totally works. Why does it fit into Thanksgiving?
because the murder happens on Thanksgiving. And we're the whole way through trying to figure out what happened, who got murdered, what has happened here.
I like the way you fit
And-
that in.
Yeah,
That's good.
thanks.
That's good.
I know, but I'm like, how many episodes? We'll see.
It's a Western. No, it's not.
I think we may have to subtitle the podcast to 4 Friends and a Book featuring Briar.
The Briar Club.
Right. Actually,
Yeah.
an ode
I
to
can
Briar
read
Club.
it.
Kate Quinn, do you want to sponsor or
Right.
Come on.
our podcast?
Come on,
Exactly.
Kate. Come on the cast with us.
hmm
So you have 2. I only have 1, and I know we're with a culmination of this podcast. This episode is going to be. I know what book that's going to be. I will say that the lovely Haley just let us know that she had the time wrong, so she's going to be a little bit closer. So we're not as pressed for time, but she is
Oh.
got.
Oh,
It's just going to be a
gotcha.
little bit long.
So in full transparency, I struggled. Kind of like you, I was like, what am I going to read? I don't, and I have part of my cozy mystery like thread is I've read all kinds of holiday books.
Mm.
Halloween, Thanksgiving, Easter, like vampiric bunnies. And now I was like, I want something Christmassy. And I have read some Christmassy ones, but I'm like, I don't want to go revisit them. Once I read a book, I'm pretty much done. So I searched and I found a new series, and it's a paranormal cozy mystery from a Christmas standpoint. It's the Christmas Catastrophe Mysteries. And this book by Trixie Silvertail.
Oh, that is not a person's real name. I'm going to throw that out.
Feels a little judgy. I'm not going
I
to
love
lie.
it.
Nom de plume.
And Trixie,
There
if
you
you're
go.
out there, I mean, hook us up, a little sponsorship action, because I read Peppermint Cookie Murder. And the lead character in this is Cindy Claus,
Mm.
the daughter of Santa Claus.
Oh.
And she, I mean, you're going to find this out in the first couple of pages anyway, but she doesn't want to take over the family business of delivering presents. She wants to come to Earth, basically come to civilization, and she wants to be a baker. And from there, it's just off and running. And I read this book in a night.
Wow.
300 pages. It was kind of fun.
Wow.
And at the end of her book, let me come here. She gave us the perfect recipe for cinnamon roll with chocolate peppermint cookies, or cinnamon rolls. One of the characters in the book, chocolate peppermint cookies. And so, Joe, your peppermint patty cookies reminded me of these recipes.
Wow.
So in here, not only does she
Oh, I love
provide,
recipes in books.
which samesies, not only does she provide
Briar
chocolate
Club has
peppermint cookies.
recipes.
Good job.
In the book.
So it's when we do the recipe book episode, it's the Briar Club.
Briar Club.
Yeah.
Gingerbread cookies, and then one that I really Yuletide lemon drop cookies, but this one that I'm about to mention, this one touched me in my heart
If
because
it's fruitcake cookies, we can just go ahead and wrap this up.
I don't know why you have to hate Joe.
Those cookies, David, you hate them. You made them
Right.
and you hate them.
Well, this
You
will make
pawned
up
off
for it.
your pantry
Mm-hmm.
excess.
Oh no,
on
we
us.
Right.
just purchased that pantry excess, but that's not important right now.
Okay, yeah.
This last
Back to the
recipe
cookies.
is Santa, in quotes, favorite cranberry cheesecake.
Ooh, I
Right?
need that.
The tartness or the sharpness of a cranberry mixed with that creamy velvet texture of a cheesecake.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Mhm. Like I'm all over it.
Yeah. I'm
So
And yet he chose to make fruitcake cookies.
Of
I
all
know.
those,
I don't
any
know
of
what to
those three
say.
choices would
I
have
know.
been on a scale of edible to less desirable. All of those would have landed higher on the scale.
I mean, like way high,
I get that.
actually.
But I thought to myself, who should we torture? Our pantry? Our fans?
Yeah.
Share the torture.
Well, and we do
Embrace
have,
the pain.
yeah. We do have more people coming, so
Right? And we won't
yeah.
tell them they're not
Yeah,
immigrants.
we will. I
No.
love these people. I'm not going to do that to them.
I
but
tried to say no.
Here's the
Yeah.
deal. Sometimes you have to learn that the stove is hot by touching it.
So what I'm hearing is the lesson to be learned that the hot stove here is never trust anything
Yes,
David brings to
that's
the
what
party.
I hear.
That-
Or
that's
inspect
correct.
things
That's
before
what
you
it is.
bite
Or
into
David
it.
goes and turns the stove on.
That's right.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
every morning I'm like, why is it hot? Oh, he's teaching me a lesson again.
They weren't
Great
bad.
analogy. Love it.
The cookies weren't bad.
No, I mean, they were made like any other cookie. Had I stopped prior to putting in the fruitcake ingredients, they probably would have been delicious.
Correct.
Had I just thrown in chips instead of
Mhm.
pickled fruit.
Correct. That
And you
would have made a difference.
Now, I want to point out, I also did not put in the chopped dates.
Oh, that was a good choice.
Everything's just making my mouth water and not in a positive way.
The watering starts kind of in the back
Yeah,
of your
like-
throat.
Okay.
And it squirts a little bit. Ooh.
So I want to tell you, last night we're laying in bed and Teresa had
Bacon strips.
bagging
For the
strips
dogs.
dogs.
Right.
Okay.
I'm glad you added that part.
Yeah.
So fair.
No judge.
But the thing about it was, so the dachshund, puppy bear, was just like, I'm cute, I'm adorable, feed me. Bert, the basset hound, is just drooling. I mean, it was like someone turned the faucet on. I just put it right on the bed.
It was tremendous.
Teresa looked down. She's like, "Oh my stars!" And like literally was clutching for pearls while she was grabbing like towels to mop up the moisture.
It was a lot.
It was hilarious.
A lot. Yeah. I mean,
He also did not care for
He's
fruitcake
precious.
cookies.
I was going to say, I'm fairly certain that the North Texas chapter of the American Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals has listed fruitcake specifically on things not to give your pets.
probably.
I'm guessing. I don't
Yeah.
know that for certain. I don't want to attribute anything to the North Texas chapter of the.
Right, I'm with you. When I was a boy, and my great grandmother was feeding me the same fruitcake every Christmas holiday out of a deep freeze, I realized, and I told this to Teresa last night, this is why I stopped liking orange marmalade, because it was so terrible.
You know why I stopped liking orange marmalade? Because it's horrible. That's why I quit
don't
liking.
think it's horrible.
It
I love
is.
orange marmalade.
It is. It's
But it's-
objectively, it's been assessed and determined to be objectively horrible. My dad loved orange marmalade.
Huh.
Not a fan.
I don't feel strongly about it one way or the other, but I don't have an aversion to it at all.
So I'm just going to show our fans, out in the real world.
We should have some trigger warnings here before this goes up.
They look beautiful.
They're gorgeous. I mean, this is cherry. I don't know what in God's green earth this
It's
is.
a green cherry.
No, it's not. No, it's not. There's pieces of orange in
I mean,
there.
they dye this stuff. These are terrible. Like, why would you eat
These
that
are literally
willingly?
chemical plant.
I think it's
byproducts.
kiwi. It may.
No, it's not.
It's
I
not
promise
kiwi.
you, it's not
It is
kiwi.
Go ahead and take a bite. While he's digesting that, what's your book?
My book. This is one, and I can guess your response to that, your reaction. It is a book by one of my favorite authors of all time, John Grisham.
Oh, okay.
Called Skipping Christmas.
So not The Widow.
It is not The Widow. It is called Skipping Christmas. From this, a movie was made starring Jamie Lee Curtis and Tim Allen, of whom I'm not a fan. Jamie Lee Curtis, yes. Tim Allen, not so much. And called Christmas with the Cranks. The book was better. The movie was a little over the top and way too much Tim Allen, and wasn't Jamie Lee's best work. Just a little over the top, a little silly. The book itself was much more rooted in this kind of could happen. The premise of the book is this couple, the Cranks, Jamie Lee Curtis, portrayed by Jamie Lee Curtis, Tim Allen, have decided they've taken their daughter, she's down in Peru for a Peace Corps assignment. And so they're sitting around and he's getting frustrated. He says, how much money do we spend last year on decorations and gifts and blah, blah. Calculates it out. It's like $6,100. So he starts comparing that to a cruise, Caribbean cruise. And he says, we could literally pay for a cruise for what we paid for Christmas. So he goes home, presents this to his wife. She balks initially. And then she starts thinking about how much work it is to throw their huge holiday party that they throw every year and to do all the decorations and all the food prep and all these things. So she starts getting into it. She said, well, as long as we can donate to this charity that was a favorite of theirs, and that was a plot point that went back and forth. Finally, he acquiesced to that. She acquiesced to going on this cruise. And then it really started embracing this. She was wonderful. Well, the neighborhood was less happy because apparently in this world, the neighborhood was up for the street of the community and the fact that their home, the Cranks' home, was not going to have decorations, was going to hurt their ability to win this competition. And the Boy Scouts were mad because they were not going to buy a tree. The police were mad that they were not going to buy a calendar. The fire department was mad because they were not going to buy a fruitcake from them, which I think, frankly, shows good judgment.
100%.
And even the stationery shop that produced their real fancy invitations to their annual holiday party, they were frustrated and upset because that was a huge order for them and that they're no longer going to get. So everybody's mad at this couple, and the madder that the outside forces get, the more resolved they are to just enjoy it and say, screw it. This is why we want to get away from Christmas, all this commercialism and materialism and so on and so forth. Well, just as they're about to depart for their cruise, they get a call from their daughter in Miami. She is on her way back from Peru with her fiance, Enrique, Peruvian fiance, to whom she has been touting the joy and wonder of Christmas at home at her parents' house. This wonderful holiday party.
The traditions
that the parents were doing and just felt it was almost put upon at some point, just doing it for the kids, where it was integral to their daughter's joy of Christmas. So then they had to spend that day scrambling to get a tree, get decorations, get a party thrown together. And have you ever seen Funny Farm with Chevy Chase? He's a writer, goes off into the woods with Yellow Dog. They go off not to go off into the woods. He's New York City sports writer, wants to write a novel, goes off, buys a home in Vermont, I think, or somewhere in New England. And at the end, they just want to sell the house. They just want to get out from underneath it. So they bring all of their friends. They bring all the neighbors come over and try and make this house they're trying to sell as positive as possible, put it in as positive a light as possible. And Kooper's here. Hello.
Oh my goodness. Hey, Kooper.
Well, that's kind of what happened in this book is all of the neighbors then come scrambling around. They, at one point he takes the tree from a neighbor's house because they're out of town. Almost gets arrested because the other neighbors think he's stealing it. And all this to put this Christmas show on for their daughter and Enrique. And there's a couple, very touching part of the book. There's a couple across the street. She's having a really bad Christmas. She's just discovered that she's on her 3rd remission of breast cancer, I think. And so they give the cruise.
Oh.
Oh,
Very sweet.
yeah.
Very, very sweet. And that's in the movie too. But anyway, that is my holiday Jason. And part of the reason that really bubbled up is Diane and I were just talking about this yesterday. Our tree, she was talking with Brett, and we're talking about the size of the tree. And he said, well, do you want this? Do you want this? And she said, we got a shrunk, like 3-foot tree that sits on a table that the Joe's Polar Express train runs around. So our traditions over time shift. But again, as she mentioned before, the tradition of watching Sound of Music doesn't go anywhere. That's not going anywhere. So it was it's interesting take, very thoughtful, very poignant, I think, look at the Christmas season and all of the work that goes into it, all the money that goes into it, and really what it's all about. And you mentioned that the traditions. Yeah.
Yeah. I like that. Thank you.
And one other thing I'll throw out there since we're in this space, and then we'll go to David's book. Or maybe I won't. Lauren, and when Lauren was young, we went to Universal Studios early December, and it was something we'd been putting off, and finally said, okay, we're going to do this. And while we were waiting in line, we heard Mariah Carey sing All I Want for Christmas Is You at least 4 times, maybe more, during the course of this day. So it became a holiday tradition for us to mock this song. That was one of mine and Lauren's tradition. So we were listening to Christmas songs the other day, and I pulled it up and played it. It landed, the lyrics, the lyrics land very differently now.
Sure.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the Christmas,
make
or
sense.
skipping Christmas was particularly poignant for me.
Yeah.
This year, and this year's been particularly challenging, more so than others. But yeah, it's a solid John Grisham book. I wouldn't say it's one of his greatest, but it's one that I would absolutely not hesitate to reread. The movie, I had no interest in rewatching it, but the book was solid. Just the thought process that families go through, just like what you described, where the traditions are what matter, and it's not the stuff.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's my book, Skipping Christmas.
I had to seek that one out. I thought I had read it, but now I'm not certain.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah.
A good story, well told.
Good story.
So the cookies are amazing.
What cookies?
Yeah.
The cookies?
The cookies. By the way, thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
That's
yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
I think a lot of times we often forget about the traditions or the people, and we focus on the commercialism. And so, much to our dismay. And so, to carry on the tradition, and I had never heard of any such nonsensory in my life. And my family, we didn't have a lot of traditions when it came to the holidays, because we always packed up all our stuff and we traveled from whatever far-flung location we were in and drove or flew or whatever to Texas, because that's where the family was. And so I have never, until I met Teresa, I had never spent Christmas in my own home, right? Because we were always traveling and going somewhere for Christmas.
Yeah.
And so maybe I did when I was ittle bitty, right? But me, like, I don't remember it.
Right.
And so for me, it was always the hubbub of going somewhere and being at someone else's, beck and call disposal, because that's how it was for us. And we would leave Iowa or Florida or wherever, and we would drive to Wichita Falls, Texas, and then we would spend 2 weeks down there. And so you would have to drive as quickly as possible to get there, so you would beat the weather or the traffic or whatever. And then spend all the time. And so a lot of the things we shuffled around from house to house because that's what you do. Now, when I met Teresa, she introduced me to one of the most fun traditions that we are part of, and that's the reading of my second book, which is The Night Before Christmas. And if you're not familiar with this book, it's the telling of Santa Claus and all the fun stuff that happens. And it is literally what you do. And so Teresa makes a big show of it. And we all have to buy these gifts. Now our budget has exceeded, we're at $10 or less.
It used to be like $3 and it was $5. Now we're just like, whatever, just get a present.
Aren't y'all fancy?
Inflation in the Trump administration is driving us to have to increase our prices for our gift.
Hashtag tariff.
Hashtag tariffs. Thanks, America.
Anywho.
So the night before Christmas, and Teresa makes a big show of it. So we all gather in a circle. And I'm going to tell you, we're all pretty well-educated people.
And we always invite whoever. Like, I mean, the kids bring people, just
Whoever.
It's just one of those things.
Yeah.
And so
And when do you do this? Christmas Eve?
Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So there's two parts of this tradition. First, everyone gets a package of pajamas. Second, and I don't know that we've ever put the pajamas on before we do this, but
No, because we usually do the pajamas right before they go to bed.
yeah. So the second is Teresa makes a big show. She's got the book out, and it has to be this book. It just has to be. She doesn't show the pictures anymore, which we're all kind of jealous of. But she starts out, and I mean, you hear such joy in her voice, right? And so imagine I'm Teresa. I mean, I could just ask Teresa to read it because she's right here, but never mind.
But imagine.
She could have chosen this book, David.
I know.
right?
She didn't.
I know.
You did. You get to read, bro.
So-
I got you.
And I want to make sure I have this right. If you say the word the, you hand to the right.
Correct.
And if you say the word an,
Is it An or A?
A.
Okay,
If you
A.
say A, you hand to the left.
Oh.
And so here we are, right? So play along, and we're going to use, right, a prop to see if we can do
God,
this.
thank God. I thought you were going to say a cookie.
No, I would not torture us that way.
Do we use a prop like each of us do?
No.
Oh,
We're just going to see how many of us can follow us. So 'twas the night before
Wait.
Christmas.
The is right. Is left.
Yes.
correct.
When all through the house, not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. And you really have to focus.
Oh my
100%.
gosh, I am so right and left challenged that I am like, oh my God, Diane. Okay.
The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there. And we've gotten so good that we can start anticipating
Oh
the
my
uhs
gosh.
and the thes.
Everyone's saying it.
However,
we're terrible.
we
What are
say
y'all
it,
passing?
bags of our gifts.
Oh,
So it's
each
like-
of us have
it's
yeah.
It's a quasi-white elephant.
yeah.
The children were nestled, all snug in their beds, while visions of sugar plums danced in their heads. And I,
Mama and her kerchief.
and Mama in her kerchief, and I in my cap had just settled down for a long winter nap
When
out on the lawn. There arose such a clatter, I sprang from my bed to see what was the matter. Away to the window, I flew like a flash, tore open the shutters, and threw up the sash.
The
The moon on the breast of the new fallen snow gave a luster of midday to objects below, when what to my wondering eyes should appear but a miniature sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer, with a little old driver so lively and quick, I knew in a minute it must be Saint Nick. More rapid than eagles his courses they came, and he whistled and shouted and called them by name. Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer and Vixen, on Comet, on Cupid, on Donder and Blitzen,
Listen,
to the top
of the chimney.
of the porch,
Oh, the porch.
to the top of the wall. Now dash away all.
Then the wall. I was supposed to hand it
am I
to
the
you.
wall?
Yeah.
Yeah.
As dry leaves that before the wild hurricane fly.
The
When they meet with an obstacle, mount to the sky. So up to the housetop the coursers they flew, with a sleigh full of toys. And St. Nicholas, no, you're right. 'cause
No,
it-
A.
No, but you
There's,
should have handed it to Joe.
No,
No, it was.
Okay,
I don't think
okay.
so.
you missed it.
And St. Nicholas too. And then in a twinkling, I heard on the roof the prancing and pawing of each little hoof. As I drew in my head and was turning around, down the chimney, St. Nicholas came with a bound. He was dressed all in fur from his head to his foot, and his clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. A bundle of toys he had flung on his back. He looked like a peddler just opening his pack. His eyes, how they twinkled, his dimples, how merry. His cheeks were like roses, his nose like a cherry. See, I can't even do it now. His droll little mouth was drawn up like a bow, and the beard on his chin was as white as the snow. The stump of a pipe he held in his teeth, and the smoke encircled his head like a wreath. He had a broad face and a round little belly that shook when he laughed like a bowl full of jelly. I see, I don't do it right. I don't announce them as well. He was chubby and plump, a right jolly old elf.
Right.
And I laughed when I saw him in spite of myself. A wink of his eye and a twist of his head soon gave me to know I had nothing to dread. Teresa's so much better at this. He spoke not a word, but went straight to his work and filled all the stockings, then turned with a jerk.
The stockings, a jerk. Okay, there we go.
And laying his finger aside of his nose and giving a nod,
up the
chimney he rose.
Yeah, you're right. That's right.
He sprang to his sleigh, to his team gave a whistle, and away they all flew like the down of a thistle.
A thistle? Or yeah, okay. No, then it would be that way.
Thistle. Is that
the down of a thistle? But I heard him exclaim ere he drove out of sight. Happy Christmas
to all.
And to all a good night.
Yeah.
That's so fun.
Yeah, we love it. And we've got so many traditions, but that's the one that when I first started teaching at a university, Kate had just been born and she's 31 now. And I went back to work just a few weeks after she was born, and some of my students told me about this, and so we have legitimately done this for 30 years. And I just it has become such a part of that evening, and we can't do it right. We absolutely are
just
unable
watching
to
us.
do it right.
We are all fairly well educated. Same in the house.
Yeah.
And we are like, I was like, but I will also say this: no one can read it except for Teresa. So me reading this and conducting the passing game was the first time I've ever done it. And I picked up the book one time, and the kids, they were still young. They're like, "That's Mama's job." I'm just handing the book, kids. I'm just handing the book. But you will notice, I mean, this is tattered and torn. And when we moved into our new house last year, there was such a panic because we had packed away all these books and we could not find this. And we looked everywhere. And I remember, and this is my recollection, Teresa will probably be like, that's wrong. But she had tears in her eyes because, again, I said she will say otherwise, because this is such an important part of our lives. And so when we found this, we actually bought several other copies. I think we bought a couple here.
You did.
Yes, we did.
I remember that.
We did.
Because of how important this is. And so right after we bought those books, or right after we ordered them, I think, because you had to order them in. I found it, or we found it. And and it's thin. It's, it's $8, but it is probably as important as the tree or the gnomes that we put up at Christmas or any other decoration we have. This is
100%.
The kids won't fight over the money. They won't fight over the furniture or anything else. They will probably fight over this book. God forbid.
Yeah.
And so we're going to have to find a duplicate and have some of this very same tears on it.
Yeah.
Because it is such an iconic piece of our family traditions.
Yeah.
So thank you for allowing me to share this with you. And this is my second book. Highly recommend. 19 out of 14 stars. 28 chickens on a scale of 5 chickens.
What a great tradition.
Yeah.
I love it.
Well, that seems like a perfect place to wrap up this final episode before we all repair to our lairs to celebrate Christmas in a couple of days. I've got, my dad was a big fan of that book. His favorite part was where he would say, tore open the shutter and threw up the sash, and then he would make retching noises. That was my dad. In case you wondered where I got it from. Yeah,
I love
my
that. See, again, if I had been young and thought about this, I totally would have been like, "Ugh." But I also want to say to your torturing of Mariah Carey, I have saved the memes of her when it gets close to that time of the year when they're like, okay, get her out of deep freeze and let's thaw Mariah Carey out. And then as soon as that like Christmas Day hits, they're like, okay, put her back in the deep freeze. So I'm with you.
Go read the lyrics, particularly the first two verses. Read the lyrics and shift the perspective slightly. Yeah, it definitely lands different.
I'm sure. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right.
you want to call this?
Yeah.
Call it Merry Christmas
I
time?
think it's time to go.
That was Kooper, by the way, who came for a visit.
Our grand puppy.
Oh,
And I think we're going to try and make him do the passing of the gift thing. Like
Oh,
he does
yeah, there
us,
you go.
but
perfect.
I'm not
Perfect.
sure he's going to be down. So
Well, we hope all of our listeners have just a lovely holiday season, whatever they celebrate
Yeah.
or don't celebrate.
Mm-hmm. Just take some time.
Yeah.
You know.
find some peace, find some joy.
Find some people you
Absolutely.
love.
Yeah.
Yeah. And hang out.
By the way, speaking of which, one of the members of the Circle the Wagons podcast, Josh Hatfield, his wife is coming this evening for this impromptu celebration that we came up with. His wife is a huge fan of this podcast.
Yeah.
So we
Shout out Marie.
may
Yes.
have a fangirl in Marie coming strolling
Awesome.
next door there a little bit.
Yeah.
I do want to say, like, this has been a highlight of our season, both holidays and every other part, because you guys are amazing, and I really appreciate being a part of this.
Oh,
Yeah. We
This
love
was-
you guys.
Yeah,
Love
we've
you
been
too.
we've been looking
too.
forward to this,
Yeah.
and I can't tell you, getting to share these traditions, not just with you guys, but our listeners. It's one of the big highlights for me this year.
awesome.
Okay. Happy holidays, everybody.
Happy
Merry
holidays.
Christmas, happy holidays. We love you all, and we will. We may or may not be recording a New Year's edition, but
Yeah.
yeah.
There's Stephanie.
We will at some point in the new
Yeah.
year.
Yeah, at some point in the new year. Just
Yeah. Just
We'll figure
maybe.
out
Come on,
this
dip on in, Stephanie.
Yeah.
Just say hi.
That's
Hello.
Stephanie,
There you go.
or as we call her, Ms. Sound of Music.
Yes.
our life.
Literally never called her that until just this moment. So
Yeah.
welcome to a new tradition.
Right.
All right,
Exactly.
we love you. Thanks
Love
for
you.
listening.
Peace.
Peace.
This is the Patchouli Podcast Network.